If you follow the advice in this video, you may fulfill all of your desires. Let's explain the teachings of Louise Hay, an American motivational speaker and the founder of Hay House. She has authored many New Thought self-help books, including 1984's You Can Heal Your Life. The question of veracity or veracity. As for responses, yes and no. It's not false. It is not true if you think it to be true. If you believe that the statement is false, the glass is both half full and half empty, depending on one's perspective. There are literally billions of possible thoughts. The majority of us prefer to have the same types of thoughts as our parents, but we need not continue doing this. There is no written law stating that the only one method of thinking is permissible. Whatever you decide to believe becomes your reality. Consider your own thoughts. What we believe becomes our reality. If we experience a sudden financial calamity, you may believe that you are undeserving of being financially secure, or you may believe in responsibilities and debt. Do you believe that there is no good laughter? Do you believe that life is out to get you? Or, as I frequently hear, that you simply cannot win? If you are unable to attract a romantic partner, you may conclude that nobody loves you or that you are unlovable. Perhaps you dread being as submissive as your mother, or perhaps you believe that everyone is out to harm me. If you are in poor health, you may assume that illness runs in our family, or that the weather is to blame, or perhaps I was born to suffer, or everything simply keeps happening to me. Or you might hold a different opinion. Perhaps you are unaware of your own belief. Most individuals are not. They only view external conditions as the way the cookie crumbles, until someone demonstrates the relationship between outside experience and inner thought. You will continue to be a victim of life. The issue could be a financial disaster, and the perception could be that I am not deserving of money. Or the problem could be that I have no friends and believe no one loves me. Or troubles at work could stem from the belief that I am not good enough. Or the need to continually please people could be the result of the belief that I never get my way. The issue stems from an ingrained cognitive pattern, which may be altered. It may feel true and appear to be true. All these things that we are juggling and battling in our life. However, regardless of the difficulty of the problem we face, it is merely an external manifestation of an internal thought pattern. Examine the problems in your life if you are unsure about the thoughts that are causing them. Ask yourself, what ideas am I thinking that are causing this? If you permit yourself to sit in silence, your inner wisdom will provide the solution. It is merely a childhood learned behavior. Some of our beliefs are beneficial and healthy. These thoughts benefit us throughout our lives, such as looking in both directions before crossing the street. Other ideas are extremely useful in the beginning. However, as we age, they become inappropriate. Advising a young child not to trust strangers may be prudent. Continuing to hold this belief as an adult, however, will result in isolation and loneliness. So infrequently do we ask ourselves, is this actually true? For example, why do I believe that it is challenging for me to learn? Is that still true for me? Where did this belief originate? Do I still believe that since my first grade teacher repeatedly told me so? Would I benefit from abandoning this belief? Beliefs that males do not weep and girls do not climb trees produce men who conceal their emotions and women who fear being physically active. If we were taught as children that the world is a dangerous place, we could have developed a fear of it. Then we will accept as true anything we hear that aligns with our belief. The same holds true for not trusting strangers, avoiding going out at night, and people cheating on you. On the other hand, if we are taught from a young age that the world is a safe place, we would hold different ideas and readily accept that love exists everywhere, and people are very welcoming, and I always have all I require. If you were taught as a child that everything is your responsibility and will go through life feeling guilty no matter what occurs, and you will be someone who is constantly saying, "I'm sorry." If you learn as a child that I don't count, you will always be at the end of the line, no matter where you are. You may have feelings of invisibility when people fail to notice you. Did your upbringing lead you to believe that no one loves me? Then you will certainly be lonely. Even if you bring a new acquaintance or relationship into your life, it will not last. If your family taught you that there is never enough, I'm sure you frequently feel that the pantry is barren, or you find yourself barely surviving, or perpetually in debt. A client of mine was raised in a home where they believed everything was bad and could only get worse. His greatest pleasure in life was tennis, and he injured his knee. He saw every doctor he could find, but his condition continued to worsen until he could no longer play at all. Another individual was raised as a preacher's son, and as a child, he was taught that others take first. The ministry's family is always last in line. Today, he excels in assisting his customers in obtaining the best deal. However, he is frequently in debt and has little pocket money. His belief still makes him last in line. If you believe it, it seems true. How frequently have we stated, "That's how I am," or "That is how things are"? These words indicate that this is what we think to be true. Typically, what we believe is someone else's opinion that we have adopted as our own. It fits in well with everything else that we believe. Are you one of the numerous individuals who, upon awaking and observing rain, exclaim, "What a miserable day"? It is not a bad day, merely a rainy one. If we dress appropriately and alter our mentality, we can have a lot of fun on a wet day. If we truly believe that rainy days are bad days, then we would always greet the rain with dread. We will fight the day rather than go with the tide of current events. There is no such thing as good or terrible weather, only weather and our particular responses to it. If we desire a happy life, we must think happy ideas. If we desire a prosperous life, we must think positively. If we desire a life filled with love, we must think loving ideas. Whatever we send out mentally or verbally will return to us in the same manner. Every moment is a fresh start. There is always power in the current moment. You are never stuck. Here is where transformations take place, and currently within our own imaginations. Regardless of how long we have had a negative pattern, disease, poor relationship, lack of money, or self-hatred, we may begin to make a change now. Your issue is no longer the absolute truth for you. It can now return to the void from which it originated. You can do it. Remember that you are the only one who can access your thoughts. You are the authority and power in your world. Your prior thoughts and beliefs have produced this present moment and all of the preceding moments. What you currently choose to believe, think, and utter will shape the following instant, and the following day, in the next month of the following year. Yes, darling, I could provide you with excellent counsel based on my years of experience. However, you can choose to continue thinking the same old thoughts. You can reject modification and retain all of your issues. You are the ruler of your universe. You are free to believe whatever you like. This instant initiates the new procedure. You are experiencing a fresh start right now. Isn't it wonderful to recognize this moment? Where change begins is at the point of power. Consider for a moment and pause your opinions. What are you currently thinking? Is it true that your thoughts influence your life? Would you want the thought you just had to become your reality? How do you believe this idea will return back to you, whether it is one of anxiety, anger, hurt, vengeance, or fear? It is not always simple to capture our ideas due to their rapid movement. However, we may immediately start monitoring and listening to what we say. If you catch yourself using negative language of any kind, stop mid-sentence and either rephrase it or eliminate it. You can even say it out loud. Imagine yourself in line at a cafe, or perhaps at a lavish hotel's breakfast buffet. Instead of plates of food, there are plates of thoughts, from which you may select any notion you desire. These ideas determine your future experiences. Now, it is unwise to choose concepts that will result in issues and suffering. It is similar to selecting meals that always make you sick. You may do this once or twice, but we quickly learn to avoid meals that disturb our systems. Let us avoid notions that generate troubles and suffering. Dr. Raymond Charles Barker, one of my earliest instructors, would often say, When there is a problem, there is not something to do. There is something to know. Our thoughts build our destiny. When anything in the present is undesired, we must utilize our brains to alter the circumstance, and we can begin our transformation immediately. It is my deepest goal that the first subject taught in school be how the mind functions. I never understood why it is necessary for children to memorize war dates. It seems like a waste of energy. Instead, we might teach children vital subjects such as how the mind works, how to handle finances, how to invest money for financial stability, how to be a parent, how to form and maintain healthy relationships, and how to build and preserve self-esteem and self-worth. Imagine what a whole generation of adults would be like if they had been taught these subjects in addition to the standard curriculum. Consider how these realities would materialize. We would have happy individuals that are confident in themselves. We would have people who are financially secure and who enrich the economy by making prudent investments. They would enjoy harmonious partnerships. They would feel at ease as parents and raise another generation of youngsters who are confident in themselves. Each person would continue to be an individual expressing their own uniqueness. There is no room for delay. Let us proceed with our task.